Hey folks, welcome back to the third and final Origins list for you guys that we have constructed this week. Origins is coming up in a couple of weeks, so we figured let's get these lists done now so that you have them and can peruse them by the time you actually get to Origins. I've been doing these lists by myself, but I am joined with
Jesse.
This is my wife, Jesse. I'm Sam. Welcome to the Flipside. And this list in particular are games that we have already played and can recommend that you go pick them up. There is no particular order to this list. This is not like you need to go get these first and then these. Didn't do that. I just have, I'm going to partition it according to what company made the game and what their booth number is. So I did another list earlier this week of 5 games that I want to demo at Origins. And I did another list of 10 games that I want to purchase at Origins. I don't know that I'll actually be able to purchase all of them, but I want to. You can go get them if you're going to be there. I'll have booth numbers for you and everything like that. Let's hit it. All right, first company that we're talking about here is 25th Century Games. 25th Century Game is quickly turning into one of my favorite board game companies right now. They are really hitting out of the park with like family weight, super like society-based, what people are looking for kinds of games right now. And on top of that, the production quality is
so good.
Really good. Really, really good. First one is one that we just got in, and we've only played this a few times, but we have super enjoyed it, and we've been hearing back from other people that have bought it because of what we did on the channel for it, and they're loving it as well.
Yeah.
It's a game called Agueda, the City of Umbrellas. Now, if you don't know the story behind this, Agueda is actually a city in Portugal. Their market, their street market, has a street that looks like that. There are umbrellas hanging suspended between the buildings, and it creates this super colorful artistic canopy. And then other parts of the city are very artistic as well. And that's pretty much the basis for what this game is. Fill in your rows with umbrella shapes and try to do that the fastest, but you have some goals that you're going to be trying to fulfill. There are some points that you can get by sending tourists to go see your street and that kind of thing during the game. It's not a very high-scoring game. It's a very low-scoring point game, but it's super fun.
Super fun. Super fun. It's super easy. You do 3 things. But I was surprised how much strategy I didn't use. But I should have used.
Yeah,
it was super fun. Super fun.
Yeah, it's very fun, and the component quality is off the chart. Now, we have the deluxe version, which basically the only difference between the deluxe version and the retail version is metal coins. And in the regular retail version, it's just going to have cardboard coins, but that's the only difference. And component quality is through the roof on this one.
It's so colorful. It's so nice to play.
Yep. Very fun game. So go check this one out at 25th Century Games. The next one is not as high on the component quality side of things, but the gameplay is super fun, and this is called Color Field. Color Field. Now, Color Field is kind of basically what you might think it is. Everybody has their canvas, and you're trying to match different color fields on that that canvas to score the most points throughout the course of the game. Again, there are personal goals. There are some regular community goals. But generally speaking, you're just trying to score the most points by matching different fields of color on your canvas. It's kind of abstract.
It is abstract art for sure.
But very fun.
Super fun. Super fun. And the colors are really nice. And the little palette that you build is really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, I misspoke a little bit. The component quality is good, but it's not like other games that they've had. This is basically just a bunch of cards and a bunch of tiles. There aren't any really super dramatic component pieces in it, but the gameplay and the mechanisms employed are really fun. It's a nice little drafting game. So that is Color Field. Now the next one who doesn't like donuts?
I
Donuts are the bomb diggity.
Yeah.
I love donuts. I can't eat donuts most of the time.
Yeah.
Because health and all that. But Donut Shop is a guilty pleasure.
So fun.
Very fun game. Now listen, this isn't a masterfully strategic game. This isn't a game in which they will make movies about the masters of Donut Shop in the future. That's not what this kind of game is. But if you want to have some fun, if you like tile placement, if you like donuts, if you like drafting cards, if you like comboing different things together to score a truckload of points on one turn, if you like scoring points every single turn, this is the kind of game that will probably be right down your alley. And it's got a really neat retro donut shop theme to it.
I love that.
It's got a lot of cool components in it as well.
Super love it.
And really, they were just things that hold cards and hold your donut tiles.
But the way you have like the whole display. Yeah, it's super cool.
Really fun game, and one that has gone over very well at a number of different occasions.
We've played it quite a few times.
Yeah,
it's
we
fun.
have. So it's a very nice game. Very fun.
And it made us all want donuts.
Yep. But it doesn't take much for me to want donuts. You might think, roll and writes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, those are really light games. Those are fun, simple. My 3-year-old could play it. Not anymore. French Quarter. If you've been thinking, wow, I really like the idea behind roll and writes, but they're just too simple, try this one out. Because it's not. It's not simple. It's not difficult.
No.
But it's also not brainless fun. You have to think. You have to chain some stuff together in order to do well. And if you were thinking, I really need my roll and writes to be a little bit more chunky as far as strategy is concerned, this is your Huckleberry. That's just the way it goes. French Quarter is a neat little romp through the French Corner in New Orleans, and it's very fun. You can score points in a number of different directions, a number of different ways, but chaining all that together is where the complexity gets there.
It's surprisingly strategic.
Yeah.
For a roll and write.
Yeah.
It is. You got to really
put some thought into what you're doing and how you're doing it and when you're doing it.
Yep.
But it's a great little fun
game.
Yep. So go check out French Quarter. I think this one's going to be at 25th Century Games. I don't think Half a Kingdom Games has their own booth. Usually what they've done in the past is that Stan Cardosi has put his games in 25th Century Games. That's what he did last year. So I'm assuming that's what he's doing this year. If, however, it's not at 25th Century Games, I'm sure the guys at 25th Century will be able to tell you where it is. But this one is called Nova Roma.
That's heavy.
And yes, it is heavy, not just in weight. Physical weight.
It's a heavy, headsy game.
It's not heavy. It's like a 3 out of a 5. It's like a 3.1 out of a 5. The last time Jess played this, it was like at 10 o'clock at night. That's her bedtime. She shouldn't be playing games. She had too much tea to drink that night, I think, and it didn't go well. At one point in the game, she said, "Just do it for me." And so we did, and she finished the game by proxy at the very least. But this is definitely not down Jess's wheelhouse. This is not in Jess's wheelhouse.
The art was really neat.
Yes.
The cards were cool. The little meeples all over were really neat.
Absolutely.
So,
it's a Roman-themed game. You're basically vying to be a powerful dude or person or dudette in Rome, and it is an everything and the kitchen sink kind of game as far as what you're trying to do, where you're having to go to do it. There's a lot going on, but boy, does it fit all together very well.
Yeah.
Very well. But it really does feel sometimes like you're drinking from the fire hose. But It was refreshing. Nova Roma, 25th Century Games. Go check it out. You won't be disappointed. All right, the next one. The next group is, as you've already seen, Third World Studios Games, booth 827. And this one is a game that we actually backed on Kickstarter. It will be available for purchase, however, at Origins. And if you enjoy inviting people over for cheese and meat with dips and crackers, you will like Charcuterie, the board game. Go ahead.
I really like this game. Charcuterie used to be my mom girlfriend's and I's thing. We used to have charcuterie, and now I have a game.
Yep.
That's amazing.
And we still eat charcuterie on a regular basis. We don't eat this game. It's basically an I pick, you choose, where the person who is the leader of each round will pick a certain number of different kinds of food tokens out of a bag, and you have to split them up into 3 piles of 3 for each player, and then everybody else gets to choose, and the person who picked it gets to choose last. But what you're trying to do is you're just trying to arrange your charcuterie board to score the most points based on some private objectives that you might have and some global objectives that are out there on the table. It's a really super easy game.
Super easy, super fun.
It's definitely one of those games that you could play while you're having a charcuterie party. All right, the next 2 are going to be from Bézier Games. This is going to be at booth 501, Bézier Games 501. The first one I actually did a review of yesterday, and that is called Blueprints of Mad King Ludwig. Now, on that review, I gave this 1 thumb up because it's not my kind of game, but with that having been said, I still really enjoyed my time with it. It's got a good solo mode that kicked my butt. That's not saying much because I'm not that great at solo gaming, but it did kick my butt. So I know it's backwards. Don't worry about it. I'm just not looking at it. Component quality is really great. They did a really cool thing with the boards, with the vellum paper.
Love it.
Really cool because it's see-through, which helps you kind of plan out where you're going to put that new room that you just got. She super loved it.
It came with colored pencils and vellum paper.
And an eraser. And a pencil sharpener.
And I was over the moon excited about that.
It is basically a light version of Castles of Mad King Ludwig, but it's kind of like a flip and write, except it's not one card gets flipped and everybody does that thing. There's a market of cards equal to the number of players plus 2, and everybody gets to choose a card from that market. And then the market gets refreshed for the next round, and you continue doing that for about 10 rounds. Whoever has the most points is the winner. So this one, go check this out. It's really fun. If you enjoy Castles of Mad King Ludwig, you'll probably enjoy this. It'll probably get done in about I don't know, I guess maybe 2/3 of the time that Castles of Mad King Ludwig would take, but it's super lighter than that. So go check that out.
And it comes with colored pencils.
And it comes with colored pencils and an eraser. And a pencil sharpener. Now this one, we don't actually have a copy of.
We don't.
Because JT is borrowing it right now. But it's a trick-taking game. JT loves trick-taking games. And we taught him how to play Xylotar, and he was like, "Wow, this is fun! I want to go teach Mel how to play." And that's another thing; it actually has a 2-player mode in it for a trick-taking game. But even on top of that, trick-taking game is all well and good. The backstory is super funny.
So amazing.
I like to actually read, kind of like a storybook, the backstory to the game at every sitting.
Yeah. It sets the table mood.
If they haven't played it before.
Right.
I'm not going to do it every time we play it.
I don't know. It's pretty good.
But it's pretty funny. Anyway, I'll let you go read it whenever you go to the booth and check it out.
What booth?
Booth 501. It's a great little trick-taking game. Music-inspired trick-taking game. Go check it out. This one is from a company called Envy-Born Games. Now, I've been playing a couple of their games here recently. One of them is called Mind Your Business, and the other one is this one right here. It's called Confusing Lands. Confusing Lands. Basically, think of maybe something like Carcassonne with a lot of different goals that you're trying to meet at the same time with a number of different elements of your land that you're putting out there. And there are cards, not tiles, and you're putting these cards out, overlapping certain sections, covering up others, and all that kind of thing. And it's a really fun game, and it's a really compact game as well. You can play it solo. You can play it with 2 players. One of those things that you can just put in a backpack or something like that and take it with you almost anywhere. Doesn't take up a whole lot of space on your table either, but it's a great little game. So go by Envy Board Games booth. That is booth 1127. And go check it out. All right, Queen Games has a pretty cool game that's coming out now called Dabawala. They're going to be at booth number 2100. JT was sent a prototype version of Dabawala, and we played it on the channel, and we all super enjoyed it. Very fun game that is all about stacking up your food orders in your cart. That's half of the game. And then the other half of the game is where you're going to go back down through that cart and score each level as you go down. By the time you get to the bottom level, whoever has the highest score is the winner. And it's a really cool open draft game. The cool thing about this game that I've really enjoyed is the fact that it is a theme that is based on reality.
Yeah, that was neat.
That was a really cool thing. In Mumbai, they actually have people who make food in their homes and deliver it to all of the businesses that order for them, and that's what this is based upon. It's a really cool theme, and it's a really fun game as well. We really enjoyed it. So go check out Dabawala at booth 2100, Queen Games. All right, Thunderworks Games has Stone Spine Architects. And this is another Kickstarter that we backed as well because they sent us a prototype copy of it. We played it. We actually reviewed it. And we loved it. We actually backed it. All right. And so they sent it to us. So we put our own money behind this one. I actually also bought her a little Minotaur plushie as well.
I love my plushie.
Yeah, the plushie is pretty cool. I liked it. I wouldn't have bought it for myself.
But he did buy it for me.
You're designing a dungeon for a client, and you're trying to make it as nasty as you possibly can and score the most points by making sure the beginning, the entrance matches the exit, and all of the rooms in can reach both. If you can try to do that, you also score points by adding in different elements of the dungeon. It's just a really fun game. There's some private objectives that you have. You also have global objectives as well. I really enjoyed it.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. Like, I really like this game.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It's super fun.
Okay. Well, go by Thunderworks Games booth. They are going to be at booth 1331, and check out Stone Spine Architects. Finally, last but definitely not least, Elf Creek Games has a Christmas-themed game out now called Santa's Workshop. I think they currently have a Kickstarter going for a deluxe version of Santa's Workshop, and I have to say, I was a bit envious, but I think I like what we have as well. I mean, it's stuff like the tree. Instead of being cardboard, it's acrylic with heat-printed graphics. And all of the tokens that were cardboard are, like, not cardboard. Yeah, it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat.
This is a fun game. I love Christmas. So
yeah,
if you know somebody who loves Christmas,
this is the
you
perfect
gotta get this
kind
game.
of gift.
This is the game.
Kid.
If you know somebody who is Buddy the Elf,
this is what they want you to buy for
they want
them.
you to buy this game for Christmas.
And if you are Buddy the Elf in spirit, you want to buy this game because this is
Christmas in a box.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's Christmas in a box. You are putting together toys as elves up at the North Pole and getting them ready to put in Santa's bag.
Love it.
And it's very...
there's multiple things you get to do, but it's
surprisingly fun.
Yeah.
There's 2 modes that you can play as well. There's a less strategic mode, and there's a more strategic mode that's slightly more complex and a little bit more thought process going in there, but not much. But it's a really fun game. So go over to Elf Creek Games booth. That's going to be booth 1413. Check out Santa's Workshop. And that's that. 12 games that you can go check out because we've played it for you and we recommend that you go check it out.
Yep.
I don't think that you need to buy anything else. Just buy these 12 games and you'll be happy.
You will be happy. These are some great games.
They are some great games. You probably will have some other ones that you want to buy though, but maybe use these as a baseline and then go from there. Anyway, thanks for joining us. I'm Sam.
I'm Jesse.
We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Take care.
Bye.